any of the CAF inter-club competitions, you must have a license. So your license is your gateway. It's what enables you to play at that particular level. As I mentioned also, licensing is the most viable pathway to professional management.
We need to have an approved youth development program.
Contract, where we read through the contract and there are so many discrepancies.
We've had the opportunity to meet the clubs, the KPL clubs that will participate in the upcoming season. Before the start of each season, the clubs have to undergo licensing, club licensing. And before that, we usually, as FIB and also the federation under the club licensing manager, do set out the licensing framework for each year. So each year ahead of the licensing period, so the licensing period is about to start. The clubs have been requested, obviously, to apply for the licenses, and therefore it just behoves for us to be able to take them through what those guidelines are, what they need to do, point out at some of the good things that happened in the last season when they're applying, and also what are some of the new things. So we take them through the licensing as we prepare them. As you well know, club licensing has to happen each season. So every season a club has to apply. You may have one on the field, but we have to keep that structure going. And therefore you have to apply, you have to submit documents and get a license. In the past, we've been able to license all the clubs, so there's not been any issue apart from the CAF inter-club. I'm happy to state, actually, we've given licenses to our club representatives at CAF Tanis, and that announcement obviously is fresh. We hope to broadcast that shortly. So now we are coming to the local league and we have to go through that whole process. It's quite an important process. The importance of club licensing is to provide a pathway for professionalism in the country. Also, one of the biggest problems we've had is overdue payments. So clubs in this particular season must have completed or had agreements for payments before 31st March. That is a very important point because the end period is usually 31st March for the financial. So overdue payments are usually a big issue. We know salaries, it's a problem, but we're also practical, and hence the reason why we do this. This particular process is automated. There is a platform called CLOP where clubs put in their applications. We are able to review them. This particular portal is open, especially even to CAF, and it's one of those areas which has really improved club licensing over the years. We can always look at documents which have been filed all the way 3 years back.
This club licensing helps us it keeps the clubs in check, kind of, because it helps us to be able to update ourselves with the trends of the world, the professionalism, when you incorporate issues like financials, management, what's supposed to be done so that we can professionalize our league. So in essence, it gives us a rough idea on how clubs should be managed. The biggest challenge that we have currently, it's the infrastructure, and it's also a criteria that we have gone through it. We are hoping that with the stadiums that are around, the biggest club, most of the clubs affected are within Nairobi because of the closure of Nyayo Stadium and Kasarani. They have promised that they are going to do inspection on several infrastructure stadiums